How badges work in NBA 2K23. We made a list of quite a few questions that we think you guys might have. I'm just going to start going through the list and quizzing Bobby, and he's going to educate you on some badges.
Well, back to school.
In this game. Exactly.
Back to school.
Attributes give you badge points in 2K23.
Yeah, so first off, there's a couple badges that you can see that are already unlocked without having any badge points. So you can get these on bronze. You can see down here, it says no requirement. So as you can see, I'm going to put up my driving dunk. And boom, you can see some of these badges, a bunch of them pop up now, Hall of Fame, Slithery, Limitless, all that type of stuff. So based on your attributes, you'll be able to see there's different requirements for different badges. So you can see Limitless takeoff, and for Hall of Fame, it's a 96 driving dunk. So whatever, badge level you want, you have to make sure you have an attribute that whatever the requirement is, hits that. So, all the badges, they have their different requirements. You can see bullies by strength. So, sometimes they're in the finishing, sometimes your physicals, it could all be different. So that's the key thing to know. Different attributes unlock different badges and at different levels.
You're the mad build scientist, Bobby. So when you're in here tweaking around, trying to find what attributes give you the badges, that's really what you're doing, right? You're trying to find the lowest level of attribute most of the time to unlock what badges you want.
Exactly. So if I know, I want silver bully, I got to make sure I get a build that can get 82 strength. So whatever that is, if you have to, put your weight up or whatever it is, height, all that type of stuff, make sure I mix it around for what badges that I like.
It's been like this for a while with badges. There's 4 levels of badge: bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame. What's the difference between those?
The best way to explain it is, a bronze is going to give you the littlest boost for whatever that badge is. So example would be catch and shoot, right? So a bronze catch and shoot, you have a 63 ball. So when it activates off of catch and shoot, bronze is going to give you the least, and Hall of Fame is going to give you the most. So if you have Hall of Fame catch and shoot, you should be a really good shooter off the catch, and it'll give you the biggest boost. And this is for any of the badges, Limitless, Hall of Fame Limitless, you're going to be shoot from farther than bronze Limitless. Just how each level works. Each level, bronze is the cheapest, and Hall of Fame is the most expensive.
So tiers are different based on the height of your player. What is that all about?
Yeah, so this is the newest feature into the builder. You see, I'm gonna put this up to say, let's see, 91, right? This is a 6-6 build, so there's tier 1 badges, tier 2 badges, and tier 3 badges, right? Tier 3 is gonna be your best badges. That's what 2K thinks, is the best, pretty much advantage that you get for having that badge. So like, example, Limitless Range is a tier 3 badge because you can shoot from further, right? Compared to Slippery Off Ball is a tier 1 badge because it just helps you move around a little bit better. So, 2K thinks that this badge is more important than the other ones, and it's gonna cost you more. So I'll just explain the cost. Tier 1 badges, each level is gonna cost you 1 badge point difference. So like bronze is 1, silver's 2, gold is 3, and Hall of Fame is 4. Tier 2, bronze is 3 badge points that you have to spend because it's a better badge. Silver's 4, gold's 5, Hall of Fame is 6. Tier 3 now you get into it. 5 for a bronze tier 3 badge, 6 for silver, 7 for gold, 8 for Hall of Fame. Key to know, this is how it is for every category. It's not just shooting, finishing, all of them. Tier 3 is always 5 to 8. Tier 2 is always 3 to 6. And Tier 1 is always 1 to 4. So that's key to know. One key thing, making your build. Badges change tiers based on your height. So like I said, I'll give you guys an example here. So I'm on a 6-6 right now. You guys can see that in the bottom right corner. Pick Dodger is in a tier 2 category, right? So I'm gonna back out. I'm gonna go up, boom, 6-7, go next to it. I'm gonna go to defensive badges. Now you can see Pick Dodger over here in tier 1. So that's kind of, like, you know what? I'm making a lock build. I need Pick Dodger. Maybe you make it 6-7 because you spend less badge points on Pick Dodger. And it's still gonna be attribute that requirement. So the attribute for Pick Dodger is 76 for silver. That's the same if it's in tier 2 or tier 1, but it's gonna cost you more badge points if you're 6-6 and under. And that just makes sense. So like, if I'm a guard, my playmaking badges that are gonna be more important to me are gonna be, handles for days, unpluckable, all that. If I'm a 7-footer that can't really dribble, I'm sure unpluckable is gonna be lower in tier 2 and tier 1, stuff like that. So that's the best way to explain that for the tiers and the badges that you need to do and how they move based on your height.
All right, a couple more things about tiers. First, in order to get any tier 3 badge, how many badge points do you have to have in that category already spent?
Yeah, so when you get to your builder, if you go, once you try to test your build, you try to equip your badges. Some of them you won't be able to, like your tier 3, you can't equip until you get to 10 badge points spent in tier 1 and tier 2. So what do I mean by this? So say I have 10 badge points in shooting, right? And it says I can get blinders on bronze, and it says I can spend 5 badge points. But since I only have 10, you won't be able to actually get this badge because you have to spend 10 badge points over here, tier 1 and tier 2, to even unlock the tier 3.
Combined, right?
Yes, combined. So I can spend right now, say I got 5 on Space Creator, then I can go 3 on Catch and Shoot, and then I can go 2 on Guard Up, and boom, there's my 10 that I spent. But the problem, now I unlocked blinders, but I can't equip it because I can't afford it. So the best way to explain it is you have to be able to afford whatever level you want on that badge. So if I want Limitless on, let's see what I can unlock it on here. If I want Limitless on silver, then I need 6 badge points over 10. So I need 16 badge points to be able to get it on silver. If I have 15, I can only get it on bronze. So that's the key thing to know. So like right now, it says I have 22. I should be good to be able to unlock this badge and equip it. But if I only have, like I said, if I only have 14 and I can get, Agent 3 and blinders on bronze, I can't because I need the extra badge points. So that's one thing to make sure you guys know about when you're making your build, to make sure if you want tier 3 badges, make sure you have enough badge points in that category.
That's important. It's going to save you a lot of VC too, because we've already seen people mess this up, won a badge and not realize they can't even get it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Now there's +4. We've talked about it in quite a few videos. There's a quest out there that gives you 4 additional badge points that don't show up in the builder. What's that all about?
Yeah, so there's a welcome to the league quest when you get into your My Career. You got to play a few My Career games and stuff, and you'll unlock 4 badge points that you can put in any category. So the key about this is, right now, if I want bronze blinders, I only have 14 badge points, right? So I can't get it. But with this quest, you can unlock more badge points for this category. So if I put +1 in my shooting right now, boom, I'll have 15 now, and now I can get the bronze blinders. So when you're making your build, you might not be able to unlock a badge right away, but once you earn those badge points for doing the quest, then you can actually be able to unlock it. Another key thing to know is as you level up in the seasons, you get more badge points as well. I don't know how many, but I know at level 39, it says you get an extra badge point. So you can kind of make your build, be like, you know what? I know later on I'm gonna want blinders, or once I make this build, so I'm gonna lower something and just make sure I know that I use my badge points in this category. So it does go by category, so you gotta make sure that whatever it is, you have enough for that. So you don't wanna be like, I need 8 badge points in 3 different categories and you only get the +4. So be careful with that for sure.
Really have to plan ahead on every build. Okay, core badges. How do core badges work this year?
Yeah, so core badges, best way to explain it is pretty much with your core badge, you get the badge without having to spend the badge points. Example, I have 15 badge points and I can get 2 tier 3 badges, or I can get 1 tier 3 badge because I got to spend 10 over here, right? So I got to spend 10 in tier 1 and 2. Then I can get, blinders or whatever, and I can equip it. Now, if I core badge blinders, I get that for free, and I still have 5 badge points because I spent 10 in tier 1 and tier 2. I cored blinders, so it doesn't cost me nothing, so I still have 5. So now I can get 2 tier 3 badges with only 15 badge points. The only thing that you guys must know about core badges, once you get in your My Player, you have to unlock it to be able to even equip it. So example is there's like catch and shoot. In order to get catch and shoot to core it, you have to hit so many shots, catch and shoot, or you have to activate the badge so many times. So it takes a while and it's a grind to be able to even unlock a badge as a core. You can core a badge in any category. The best thing to explain it though is, your tier 3 badges, once you core it, they're gonna be the hardest to get because it's so much longer and stuff, and it costs more badge points. So it's 8 badge points to unlock Limitless Hall of Fame. You have to hit a lot of deep 3s to be able to even core that badge. So just know that, and it's different. It's the same thing for every badge. Every badge you have to unlock the pretty much core quest kind of to be able to even core that badge. In your My Career, if you go to the badge, it will be able to say your progress at the bottom. And then it'll tell you when you unlock it, I was just playing in the park and it randomly told me I unlocked quick first step. I can now core it on bronze or something like that. So
gotcha.
Yeah, you have to be able to, you can check it at the bottom of your badges.
You can core a badge in all 4 categories, right? So finishing, you can core shooting, playmaking, and defense and rebounding.
Yep, right. Every category you get 1 core badge. So that's always nice to, you can kind of mess around and figure out, getting those badge points can be huge. And obviously, if you want to maximize that, core badging a Hall of Fame badge in tier 3, that's 8 badge points back. No matter how you want to use it, that's 8 badge points back. Compared to core badge tier 1 bronze badge, you only get 1 badge point back. So that's one key thing to know, maximizing your core badges.
A lot of people probably know this, but we're still going to talk about it, Bobby. How do you unlock or level up badges in 2K?
Yeah, so to unlock badges, you pretty much just, play the game, and as you're playing, you'll get attribute points pretty much, and it'll tell you, like in the park, say you shoot 3 for 3 from 3 or something like that, you'll get badge points towards, or not badge points, but you'll get points towards your badge level in shooting. So it takes a little bit, and then after like you get so many points, it'll say you unlock a new shooting badge. And then you can also do this in my career. In every mode you play, it kind of just keeps going. So it does take a while to grind, but pretty much you can you level up your badges or get badge points by just playing the game. Make sure though, if you want to, if you want finishing badges, you should probably be dunking and stuff like that. If you want shooting badge points, you got to make threes, defense, steals, blocks, passing, get assists, stuff like that. So that's the best way to explain it. It's been like that for many 2Ks now. So
in 2K23, this was new last year. You can set up to 2 off rip of your badge loadouts for every single My Player you have. So if you're playing one way in the rec and you have a different play style in the park, you can go ahead and set your badges specifically to how you like. And that way you don't have to go back every single time and change them in between games. Now, like I said, you start with 2. There's a quest that you can do that's super easy to get up to 3 badge loadouts. And we actually have a video on our channel that we just released explaining exactly how badge loadouts work and how to accomplish that quest in less than 5 minutes, really.
Yeah,
super easy. We walk you through it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video on badges and how they work in 2K23. Thanks for coming to the school of Bobby. He just educated you guys on badges. A lot more content coming soon. Make sure you sub up, turn those noties on. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. From Bobby and Cody, Pacers Gaming, we'll see you next time.